Um, oh.
Genius billionaire playboy from
Why so serious?
I wish I knew how to quit you.
You talking to me?
Life was like a box of chocolates.
You can't handle the truth.
I see dead people.
Say hello to my little friend.
Here's Johnny.
You're gonna need a bigger boat. I'll be back.
I'll make sure to draw them off, but wait a bit before you head back outside.
Okay.
That's my girl.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us. This is episode number 19, I think, for Picture This Film Reviews. And we are going to be reviewing Howl's Moving Castle, which is part of our animated films selection. So it was my turn to go first. And I picked Howl's Moving Castle. So that is what we will be reviewing today. I even have my shirt on, see? So I came prepared. Obviously, I'm very excited. I have lots of notes and lots of little, things to drop in there for you guys. Seth and Matt, don't look so excited. Have the time of your life here. Come on. So we are going to go around and talk about everybody's week and what we watched and what we did. And I expect to hear lengthy, in detail, that kind of stuff. We know that Seth's mom visited the Easter Bunny. We know that much, but let's start out with Matt, actually. Matt?
I don't remember what I watched. I feel like there was something too.
It was The Exorcist. That's what it was.
It wasn't it. I did watch it, but that's not it. I feel like there was something big that I watched that I was going to talk about, and I don't remember what it was. Anyway, I've had a good week so far. I'm very tired. I'm working on 3 hours of sleep, and yeah, that's probably why my brain isn't functioning fully. But yeah, if I think of what it was that I watched, I will report back.
Feel free to butt in. All right, go ahead, Seth.
It was a good week as well. I watched Wild Things last night. My dad's been telling me to watch that for a while. Finally watched it, and it wasn't bad. It wasn't great. I wouldn't even say it was good. It was all right. I don't know. It was just it's different. I'm trying to keep it PG, so I don't want to disclose what all was happening. But it was
I
not.
don't even know what movie that is.
Well, I can already tell you wouldn't like it, so don't watch it. Then I watched an animated Batman movie just because I felt like it. Batman versus Dracula. I watched it as a kid, and I liked it. So I was like, I wonder how I'm gonna like it as an adult, and I still loved it. So that's one worth checking out. But other than that, just been busy working and stuff. So, how about you, Dan?
I saw Matt was flexing like he remembered what he watched.
I did. The light bulb went off in the head. I watched Dog, which I don't think I talked about last week, did I? I don't remember when I watched it. So I think I watched it between last week and this week. So I went to the theater and watched Dog with Channing Tatum, which wasn't nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be. It was quite cute, but it wasn't nearly as of a family movie as I thought it was going to be. Like I thought it was going to be like, okay, take your kids to see this. You could definitely take your kids to see it, but it was more geared towards adults, and not in like it was a violent or cursing thing. It was more of like this is an adult story about a soldier who has suffering PTSD, and by the way, he's got to take this dog across the country by a certain date for certain reasons that I won't spoil. But it was a nice watch, and I was pleasantly surprised. I crap on Channing Tatum, but really, I don't think I've seen a bad movie that he's been in. So
I was going to ask how his acting was. Was it very good?
I mean, it's about the same as always, but I don't dislike him. Like it works for me in everything that I've seen him in.
Have you seen Magic Mike?
I have not.
That's going to be on your list next. Okay, Dan. Magic Mike category.
I'm not sure what exactly we ended up watching this week. I know we sat down to try to rewatch Spider-Man No Way Home with the kids. It just didn't have the same kind of effect as a movie theater. We didn't sit through that whole thing. We had to break it up a little bit because it's such a long movie. But overall, my week, it's all right. Woke up this morning to find out that somebody's trying to use my credit card in California. I'm sorry that that purchase for the subs didn't work out for you over there, but whatever. I'm sure somebody else will catch it for you. But outside of that, week's going okay. Just enjoying the nice, beautiful weather, change of seasons. And I become, I guess, kind of a big person to proclaim that the Batman is a great movie. Been talking to coworkers about it who haven't seen it, ones who aren't necessarily into superhero movies, and trying to convince them that you really don't have to be into superheroes to like the Batman movie. Like you're into, crime or, suspense, whatever, that this could be a movie for you too. But yep, how about you, Kay?
We watched something. What was the movie that we watched? We watched a full
We
movie.
started watching Fresh,
Oh yeah, no.
which it was a lot gorier than expected. So Cayla's
I don't
turned
like
off
that kind
by
of
that.
stuff. It freaks me out.
Yeah.
We watched a movie. I don't recall what it is. How was my week? It was okay, I guess.
Oh,
Same old, same old.
and Cayla and I are celebrating our anniversary
Oh,
on
yeah.
the 24th. So that's coming up. 5 years together. So
Congratulations.
that's super exciting.
5
Thank
years
you.
married.
Married. Yeah. 9 years together. 5 years married. Yeah.
Anniversary.
Thank you. I can't remember what the movie was
So
that we
the
watched.
24th. So that's today as this episode drops. So
Happy anniversary to me.
happy anniversary. Congratulations, guys.
We made it. We made it to Thursday.
Wow.
No, I'm just kidding. Okay. No, I like I just said, I can't remember what the heck we watched, but we definitely watched it, and I will butt in if I remember it. But
Butt in on yourself.
I will butt in on myself. I'll be like, psh, and then I'll remember it. I'm sorry, I'm in a funky kind of mood right now. So I guess that wraps up everybody's week. Thank you for sharing. Thank you. Pat myself on the back. We're gonna go to the news guy if he has some news for us. Do you have news, Seth?
I got a couple of things here.
Yeah, if you guys didn't know, Seth is our news guy, and he's gonna do the news segment. So here we go.
All right. So kicking things off with a pretty exciting one. Kung Fu Panda is getting a series, I believe, on Netflix, with Jack Black returning.
Oh my God, no way. Love
I'm
Jack
excited.
Black.
Sydney Sweeney is also set to star in the new Madam Web movie. If you don't know, that's a Spider-Man spinoff type thing. Not like an MCU Spider-Man spinoff, but in the comic world, that's something that happens in Spider-Man. Amazon officially buys MGM, which gives them the rights to like Rocky and James Bond. So we'll see what they do with that. That's a pretty big buy. There's reportedly Daredevil Disney Plus series, which is supposed to start production here soon. We'll see if that is true or not. I don't usually like to report on rumors, but this one seems to be pretty likely, so I figured I'd throw it in.
Cool.
Christopher Lloyd joins Mandalorian Season 3. If you don't recognize that name, shame on you, but he is from the Back to the Future movies. So he's an exciting addition to the Mandalorian universe. Samuel L. Jackson confirms he is in The Marvels, which is Captain Marvel 2, as well as Ant-Man 3. So more Samuel L. Jackson out there for you. There is a untitled sequel to Godzilla vs. Kong. That's not another Godzilla vs. Kong movie. It's just either going to be a Godzilla or it's going to be another Kong movie coming. It'll begin filming later this year in Australia. So exciting stuff if you're a fan of those movies like I am. So I can't wait to see what they announce and what it's going to end up being. And then finally, Christina Ricci joins Netflix's Wednesday Addams series in an unknown role. So we'll have to wait and see what she's gonna be playing or who she's gonna be playing.
It's exciting.
Is that all the news?
That's all I got.
Oh,
So
it was a short segment.
A lot of
Yes,
good
it
stuff
was.
on there, though.
Thank you for the news, Seth. Thank you very much. I do remember what the movie was that we watched. It was Sausage Party.
Oh, yeah.
We finally watched that.
Just random, like we're flipping through and it was
No.
free.
No, it was not free. You paid for it.
Oh, I did.
But yeah, he paid for it. And I just walked in the room and I was like, is this Sausage Party? And he's like, yeah. I was like, okay, whatever. And then so we watched it.
Pretty good.
It was pretty funny. I mean, it was raunchy, of course, but I thought it was, I love Barry, the hot dog. He was awesome. He was my favorite. But
I couldn't get past 20 minutes into it.
yeah, it was it was that type of film.
It's definitely off-collar comedy for sure.
can you really call that a film though?
I mean, technically it's an animated film.
Technically, Dan could pick it.
Yeah,
today.
I mean, he could. So don't you backstab.
Joke's on you guys. I already watched my
yeah,
movie.
okay. But okay, so we are going to segue into our review of Howl's Moving Castle. And Dan is the stats guy, so he's gonna bring us the stats.
All right. So for guys who have never been into this side of animation before, storyline brings us to a love story between an 18-year-old girl named Sophie, cursed by a witch into an old woman's body, and a magician named Hal. Under the curse, Sophie sets out to seek her fortune, which takes her to Hal's strange moving castle. In the castle, Sophie meets Hal's fire demon, named Calcifer. Seeing that she is under a curse, the demon makes a deal with Sophie. She breaks a contract under which him and Hal are bound that she would lift her curse. He would lift her curse. So as far as this goes, the budget for this movie is estimated $24 million. It ended up grossing $5,576,000 in the US and Canada, which you would think would be a bad thing because a lot of the movies that we talk about are bigger in the US than they are worldwide. However, over the world grossed $236,237,000. So about 10 times the return on that. This overtook at the time the previous biggest anime film in the world of Spirited Away, and replaced it as the top grossing anime when it was released. So huge thing there. And that also was produced by the same people, Studio Ghibli produced both of those. And then as far as my IMDb and all that good stuff goes, sorry guys, Castle rating, lost my page. It's got an 87% on Rotten Tomatoes, an 8.2 out of 10 on IMDb, 80% on Metacritic, 4.8 out of 5 on Google reviews, and it does not tell me how many Google or percentage of Google users like this movie, but high ratings across the board there for this 2004 film.
Thank you so much. That was excellent. And you can find this film on HBO Max if you're wanting to watch it, because it is still on there. We thought they had taken it off, and we're like, oh my God, no.
Weirdly, if you're using Roku and you search up certain movies, I don't know if this just happens for us or everybody.
Probably.
If you look it up, it does not show you what's on HBO. That is free with the subscription. Not sure why.
We were gonna have to buy it for like $12.99. We're like, what the heck? We're like, hope Matt and Seth, because we didn't hear nothing. It was crickets. And I'm like, oh God, what does this mean? They're just gonna skip this movie and I'm gonna be mad. But no. So you guys found it, obviously. Hopefully we can tell by your reviews of the movie. But anyway, so I am going to read on my notes, and I'm going to go over some things. Oh my God, my sister is calling me. Sorry. Okay, so Howl's Moving Castle, you guys. If you look at our Instagram page, if you blah blah blah, go to our Facebook, whatever, and you've seen our top 10s, everybody, you've seen that my number one top 10 is, or my number one of my top 10 is Howl's Moving Castle. So I picked this theme. So this was perfect to start off with. Obviously, I was going to pick this. Actually, I was a little, I was like, do I want to do Howl's Moving Castle? Because like it's like a romance film. Matt and Seth are not going to dig this. I was like, I'm not really sure. But you know what? I was like, screw it. I forgot last week that I was going to pick. So Howl's Moving Castle it is. Can I say screw it? I already did. So this is the second go around. Obviously, I'm super excited. Like I said, it's my favorite movie. I actually watched this movie before I read the book, and I didn't read the book until years later, like literally last year. I didn't read it. I hadn't read it until that point. So obviously I love this movie prior to, and I can say that the book and the movie itself are two completely different things. The things that are the same are the characters, obviously, and the title. It is such a different film and screenplay that was written for this movie that you can't even say that it's kind of the same storyline, because it's not. Okay, I'm going to go into my little facts first, and then I'm going to say why I love this movie so much, and then my rating, of course. But so here are a little few tidbits. I hope you little Batman fans are listening to me. Okay. So Spirited Away was one of the most successful Japanese films ever made prior to Howl's Moving Castle. That was one of the films that was released in 2001 by Studio Ghibli. That was made by, which Miyazaki did. He directed that as well. Now, Christian Bale loved that film. He loved Spirited Away. When he saw it, he was blown away by what they did with it, the screenplay, the artist work, all that kind of stuff. So when he saw that they were doing Howl's Moving Castle, he agreed to play any role that was going to be in this film because he loved Studio Ghibli stuff so much. Seth, pay attention to the screen. I see you.
I am.
The next part's interesting. I think you'll go.
Okay, so Christian Bale was the second Batman to star in a Studio Ghibli film. The first Batman to star in it was Michael Keaton himself in Porco Rosso, which was like released in the 90s, I think. So that was a really cool fact, which I didn't know that prior to watching this. And I was like, wow, so there's like kind of a few Batman tidbits in here. And so in Howl's Moving Castle, this was the first appearance of Bale's Batman growl. So when he was recording his voice for Howl's Moving Castle, he was starting to develop his character for the Batman films. And this is where you can first hear the growl in Howl's Moving Castle. He does the audio of it. So if you missed it, watch it again.
The whole thing. Okay. So, and this movie too, like I said, it was a book first by Diana Wynne Jones. And the director of this film, he went to England where she lived, and he gave her a private screening before it came out because it was released the next year in Britain. So he went to her home, and in 2004, he gave her a private screening of this film, which she said that she loved it. Obviously, there was going to be differences, but she said it was a fantastic film. It was also nominated for Best Animated Feature at the 2006 Academy Awards. And my last little one, and it is in the top 50 narrative feature films on Letterboxd. So, you can't hate on it because it's a Academy nominated film, you guys. I'm kind of worried because Dan and I were talking about what scores were going to be. So I want to see if my scores line up with everybody's score. So those were just a few tidbits. I know I'm going on. It's probably not fun at all. I'm sorry, you guys. I love this film. Obviously, everything down to the Howl's character. I watched this when I was 12, 13 years old. So obviously, as a young girl, this whole story, everything spoke to me. And even as like an older girl now, I'm like,
Yeah, I still love it. We finished watching it and I was just like, I realized why I love this story, why I love the art, why I love everything about it. It's just perfect. I'm not going to go on more about it because I would just ramble and sit here all day. It's kind of like Batman for you guys. This is a 10 out of 10 for me. It's my all-time favorite film. It's so close to When Harry Met Sally, but it does a little more for me than that does. And it has a special place in my heart and I love it so much. And I love Studio Ghibli stuff. So 10 out of 10 for me. And whoever wants to go next, please take the floor.
I think Seth should go, then I should go, then Dan should go. If that's just my personal feeling.
Do it.
I'll follow with that. So Cayla, you're probably gonna hate me, but I don't care. So this movie did one thing for me, and that's it. It further made me dislike anime. I just don't care for that story style. I don't know how to really explain it. Anime art's just not my thing. I don't like their way of telling stories. It just doesn't hold my attention, and I honestly I cringe whenever I like see anything about anime, and this movie had a lot of cringe for me in there. The one part that like did get me to like really focus was when I heard the Batman voice. Like, did my like movie get changed or something? And then I was like, oh wait, no, it's just Christian Bale doing a Batman voice in an anime. All right, that's weird and different, but okay. So yeah, I'm sorry, but I just did not care for this whatsoever. Thank you for picking it and trying to get me to like anime, but it's just not gonna happen. I'm gonna have to give it a 1 out of 10.
Ooh, 1.
Oh my God. So
I guessed a 3. So, but okay.
So Seth, is he doing a Batman voice in Howl's Moving Castle, or is he doing a Howl voice in Batman?
I'm not gonna
Think about
that one. No.
Which came first, the chicken or
Well,
the
I know what came first, and I don't even like the Batman voice, so I was like, what the heck is this?
I didn't realize until it came on, like that I hit play, that this was directed by Miyazaki. So I recognize that name because, as you mentioned, Porco Rosso, starring Michael Keaton. I am a fan. I am familiar. I used to own it when I owned DVDs. I haven't repurchased it yet digitally, but it's on my wish list. So I really enjoyed that movie. So when I saw the name, I was like, oh, and I already knew Christian Bale was in this. So I was like, oh, this might be okay. Not nearly as much as Seth hated it, but this wasn't my type of like animation. But I enjoyed it for what it was. I thought it was cute. I thought it was charming. The story lost me a couple times, but not to the point where I didn't really know what was going on. I was able to follow it most of the time. It was fun hearing familiar voices: Bale, Billy Crystal, Josh Hutcherson, which we, just saw. We did a double Josh Hutcherson double play back to back, which we didn't intend on doing.
We did actually.
So again, it didn't light the world on fire, but I didn't hate it. I thought it was good for what it was. So short and sweet, 7 out of 10.
Wow.
All right, well, I guess it's my turn. So again, as stated previously, I have been with this woman for 9 years. We've been married for coming up on 5. This is not the first time that I have seen this movie. I guarantee it will probably not be the last time I see this movie, whether it's by choice or by not by choice. I know it's going to come again, but overall, this is not the only Studio Ghibli film I've seen. I have seen Spirited Away. I've not seen Porco Rosso, which I guess I will need to sit down and see that since you like it. But actually, like most of Studio Ghibli things I think I have watched. Overall, I like the style. I am becoming a fan of anime. I would not have said that prior to meeting Cayla. It was something that I would have not sat down on my own and been like, okay, I'm going to sit down and watch this. And I don't really know why. Overall, I'm with Matt. The first time I saw this, I think that I was confused because the story seems broken. It doesn't flow naturally in some points. And I feel like it required explanation. Cayla's read the book. She was sitting there with me this time. This is the first time I think I really got a full understanding of this movie. And overall, I really do enjoy it. I love Calcifer as a character. I honestly wish that I could have a talking fire in my room that I could talk to. It would be kind of scary if it tried to eat my heart or whatever, but is what it is. Outside of that, I know it is a love story in the core and in the end. When they fall in love, it breaks each other's curses. So I think that's like the whole big culmination of everything that happens in the film. I like the aspect that they're going to war. I think it's kind of funny that the whole reason they went to war was because of a prince who ran into some witch some point and got turned into a freaking turnip head scarecrow that hops like the entire point of the movie. And then I guess there's a missed point. One thing that I would dock points for is I guess the prince's true love was Sophie. They end up kissing in the end, and he turns back to the prince. That really wasn't explored a whole lot. A lot of times I felt like he was just a supporting character that was helping her out. I'm sure that because of so much that she did for him, it probably, helped him out. But overall, I do enjoy this movie. Personally, I give it an 8.5 out of 10. But I think a lot of that comes from having seen it so many times, because had I rated on the first time I watched, I probably would have been closer to Matt. But now that I've got more of an understanding, like, okay, it's not my favorite Studio Ghibli. Again, my favorite Studio Ghibli film thus far is Spirited Away. I'd recommend that as well. Sit down, watch both of these. But yep, thank you for the recommendation, and that's where I'm at.
Okay, so obviously I'm out of 10, 8.5, 7, 1. And I really hope when I post this on Instagram, because I'm going to tag all the Studio Ghibli stuff, obviously, that Seth gets roasted. I really hope so, because I'm looking forward to it. No offense, Seth, obviously, no offense. No, just kidding. Obviously, everybody has their own taste, and I'm not going to dislike you for what you like and don't like, obviously. I mean, you like action films. I'm not really a huge action film person, but as long as we get each other and other people into seeing different things, that's what it's all about. And, you gotta, don't roll your eyes. You gotta, I'm just joking with you. You gotta be able to explore and see other things, because that's the only way you find out whether you like these things or you don't. So Dan and I were talking previously about this, and Spirited Away probably would have been a better film to kind of give you guys, because it's not a love story at all. It's more of like, it's more it's not a love story. What would you call it?
I don't know. It's like somewhere between like a coming of age
to like a family kind of, not even family. I don't know, but it's definitely not along the lines of a love story, and it probably would have been a better one to really get you guys to appreciate, not necessarily appreciate, because Matt, you have seen Studio Ghibli stuff, to really understand the style of animation and the style of like storytelling of what this is. So Seth, you do not like anime, unfortunately, so you're really not gonna like Dan's pick. So I am so sorry. So sorry. I'm gonna genuinely enjoy this.
I really I don't like how Cayla's leading this off, because I have a whole other frame.
I'm coming into, I'm still
Go
explaining
ahead.
myself.
All right, well, don't give away my pick.
Okay, I'm going to genuinely enjoy this, which is what I was getting at. But I want to thank you all for taking the time and watching this, because I do appreciate it. It's, it's nice to know that you guys watched it and you guys gave me feedback on what you like and what you didn't like about it. So I do appreciate that. We're going to move into Dan's pick for next week. Yeah.
Can I also just real quick throw in just to a little more sense that I would watch this again, and I think if I were to watch it again, I feel like Dan, it would be something that over time I would probably understand more and would probably appreciate a little bit more.
I do want to pitch in after you did say that too. I'm sorry. Dan and I had talked about this too. It is very confusing. There are points where I'm watching it now and there's little things where I'm like, oh yeah, okay. And you have to go back and forth. It's a completely different story than the book. And this, in the movie and the film, it does not give you a good explanation of what everything means. And it's kind of like lackluster in that aspect because it could really, lose some viewerships or lose an audience because of that. And I don't know, like reading the book, I would tell you to read the book. I mean, obviously if you have time, but I don't know if you're into sci-fi, fantasy, wizards and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I think that is one of the only things that I would say about this movie is that the storyline is not very cohesive at points and it can become confusing. But yeah, I'm sorry, Dan, here you go. This is your pick.
Does anybody else have anything before
I'll probably find something.
Are we good? Don't.
I think.
No, it's my time.
Okay.
It's my time to shine. I'm just messing with you. So yes, as Cayla indicated, we're going back into anime, but here's the deal. One of my favorite animes is a little bit different than what Cayla has selected. There's not a love story at its core. In fact, I would say that this is a lot more action oriented than what we've had here. And I'm really excited about this pick. So this movie, when it was released, 2 years ago at this point? Okay, whatever. All right, anyways, when this movie was released, it took the place as the top earning anime movie and actually Japanese movie of all time that was rolled out.
Worldwide.
Worldwide, well, yes. Japanese at the time. Well, it was the #1 movie in that year, and that was just when stuff started opening back from COVID, but it did really, really well in the box office.
It's the #1 animated, isn't it?
We're good. Yes, it's still the #1 animated film in the world.
Okay.
Thank you.
Animated or animated period?
As far as I'm aware,
I'm pretty sure animated period.
Yes.
Grossing, yes.
Wow.
So Cayla and I guess it's been a couple years now, started watching this TV series based on a manga, Demon Slayer. So basically what it is, to give you a little bit of backstory, because you're going to be kind of thrown in the middle of the story. Yeah. There's 3 guys who ended up forming a friendship. They became almost like a ninja type to fight demons that exist in the world. Each one has a different swordsman style, and a lot of the characters that you see that are also like them, that are also demon slayers, have what's called breathing techniques. So some of them have different superpowers, let's say, that they can invoke to fight these demons. They each have come through their own trials, tribulations to get to where they are. They all have unique characteristics. But I'm really excited about this pick. I do not think, Seth, that you will be bored. I think that if anything, it's going to be more reminiscent for you as a graphic novel adaptation, so kind of like a comic book adaptation almost. And there is definitely a lot more focus on the art style here. There's a lot of money that's poured into this movie, but also the episodes that they come out for this TV show. I want to say it's like the most money that's ever been put into animation, like per episode or whatever. But anyways, Demon Slayer is where it's at. We're going to go on Amazon.com to watch that. We're going to share our account. And just to let you guys know, unfortunately, this is a subtitled movie, so you'll have to go back and forth, but definitely makes you appreciate the style that it comes in. So,
okay, so it is called Demon Slayer Mugen Train is what it's called. Yes, it is on Amazon. It is subtitled. It is not dubbed. That's how we watch our anime. That's how we watch all of our stuff all of our Japanese anime type of stuff is subbed, not dubbed. No hate to any subbed or dubbed people, but we just don't prefer it that way.
We're already losing Matt.
I know we are. He's like, oh God. Anyway, so, but like I had said earlier,
Go ahead.
like I had said, you know, it's good to explore different types of stuff. And this is why we did the little spinny wheel kind of thing is, you know, I'm sure Seth is going to pick a Batman animated film. I'm almost like positive. So, I mean, we're going to be like, you know, it's going to be something new. I've never seen it. I mean, heck, I want to see the Dracula one now that you said something about it, which I probably will watch it this week because that sounds cool as heck.
HBO Max, honestly. So
Is it?
I think so. I'll double check. I'll let you know.
But yeah, see, I mean, I think it's cool to be able to branch into new things, different things. Yes. So we will share our information. Bless you. We will share our information with you guys. Yeah, this is cool. I'm actually really digging this whole, you know, spin the wheel kind of thing. I don't know if you guys are digging it yet, but we're moving on to the next one. And it's going to be obviously, it's going to be different. It's going to be way different than what I showed you guys. I got something in my throat.
Bless you.
Fortunately. So I was going to say something. Oh yeah, so this is like way more action oriented than anything in Howl's Moving Castle. So this is going to be like nonstop action. So Seth, hopefully this will be right up your alley. Hopefully you can follow it. Matt, I hope you do enjoy it. If not, I'm sure we will hear about it next week, and hopefully this won't get a 1 out of 10, you know. But I mean, I guess I could have got a half a star, but you at least gave it a full star. So that's the plus side of that. So
I don't think I've ever given anything a 1.
You know, what did you give Nightmare Before Christmas, Seth?
2.
Wow, damn.
I remember.
That is like, he stabbed me right in the heart right there. I was like, you know, if you rewatch this video and like watch my face as Seth is saying 1 star, and I'm just like, you know, like internally raging.
That's how I felt when you bashed Mad Max 2. So there you go.
I gave it like a 3. I'm pretty sure I gave it a freaking 3.
I gave it the highest out of everybody, and you still coming crap.
I'm starting my villain arc, okay? So this is all part of my plan.
Yeah.
You're Simon Cowell of the Picture This World.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
I'm the Riddler.
No for me, dog. But anyway, so you can find us on Instagram. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us not on Twitter.
If you go outside and look around, you might find us.
Yeah, you might. One of us will be somewhere in like Maryland, Virginia, sometimes Delaware, New Jersey. You know, we travel around. So you can probably find us that way. You can find us, our individual accounts on hashtags on Instagram. I usually tag us. I'm so sorry. Do you not like me tagging you on your stuff, Seth?
I'm private. Don't follow me.
Anyway, I'm still going to tag him. So you can find our handles on Instagram. We do post on Facebook. It's at Picture This Film Reviews with an S, you guys. So please, you know, comment, like, share, you know, follow up with us. Please tell us if you like Howl's Moving Castle, if you like Studio Ghibli, if you don't like Seth. But no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I just have to mess with you because you gave me a freaking 1. A Fukin 1. Fukin. Fukin? Is it Fukin? You know, my daughter was trying to pronounce it and it just kept coming out, and I'm just like, it's not that.
Why would you show your daughter that word? Is she like
she's
4?
like looking at my phone when I'm texting, but you know, she's a new reader. Of course, she's going to try to spell it out.
She's going to go to school and be like, today I learned the word Fukin. And then you're going to get a call from the principal's office, and it's going to be my fault. I already know.
Well, that would be more so my son than my daughter.
But instead of Fook, you had said the fuck, because I was literally just sitting here thinking about the gentleman. It's like, what the fuck? And I'm like, oh man, that would have been gold.
Matt, have you seen that movie?
No.
Seth, have you seen the movie?
Yes, Seth's seen it.
Oh.
Matt,
you guys see the movie.
you like my man Matthew McConaughey. You gotta get in on that action. All right.
I like Matthew McConaughey as a person. I think he and
Not
I
as
would
an
probably
actor.
be like best friends. But as an actor, he's not done anything that I'm like, that's great. Frailty is good, but he's hardly in it. So
What about The Lincoln Lawyer?
I've not seen it.
Oh,
Wow.
it's so good.
I own it. I own it,
Dallas
but I've not seen it.
Oh, Dallas Buyers Club.
Buyers Club, yeah.
He's good in Wolf on Wall Street for the 30 seconds that he's in.
Never seen that.
Yeah.
How have you not seen the Wolf of Wall Street?
You've not seen Wolf of Wall Street?
I have not.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Aren't you a Margot
and-
Robbie fan?
I mean, she's cute, but
I thought you were a fan. I don't know why.
He is.
um,
Margo, you can follow me on Instagram. I give you permission.
I like Anya Taylor-Joy. Maybe that's who you're thinking of. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. They're both blondes. Maybe I don't know. Anyway, I already did the Instagram handle stuff. Like, comment, please share with us your thoughts. Dan's pick, Mugen Train, Demon Slayer Mugen Train. I'm not sure where you can. I mean, you can buy it on Amazon. I think it's on Crunchyroll, Funimation, all that kind of jazz. If you guys were looking for it, I'm pretty sure it is. Not you guys, but like the world, the general audience, whoever is watching.
The 7 viewers.
Yes, the 9
Unless
people
you're
who
watching
watch
Godfather,
And
the
I want to
RB.
restate this, even though we have it on our account subbed, it is available to the world dubbed, which is American voice actors and everything else.
See, and here's the
Kind of
a
like Howl's Moving
preference.
Castle.
Yeah, there's a preference. See, I like Howl's Moving Castle in the English. I've never watched it in the Japanese, but I prefer Christian Bale as Howl. That is my Howl. But this, I prefer the Japanese voice actors because to me, they give so much more character and, you know, style to the acting itself, that it makes it so much more. And the translation too, when you go from Japanese to American, you kind of lose the humor. So you can't really translate that Japanese to English very well. But anyway, if you wanted to watch it dubbed, I don't know where it's free.
I don't know if it would be free.
Yeah, you'd probably have to buy it. So, I mean, if you don't want to pay like $12.99 for a movie you might not like, watch the subbed one. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for just, you know, if you're here for Howl's Moving Castle, thank you. Anyway, I'm going to give this to Matt because Matt usually wraps up our videos with his cool little thing with the hands. But anyway.
His cool little thing.
I know, that came out really wrong. But Matt, go ahead. Take it away.
Shout out to Cheryl Hines.
Oh, yeah, dude, what the heck? Thank you, Cheryl.
Yeah.
And that other dude. What's that other dude? Jay something.
I don't know who he is.
Yeah, I'm not sure either, but I saw he was in a movie with Kristen Stewart, so I was like, cool.
Okay.
I'm about it.
Yeah, he's in Lizzie with Kristen Stewart.
Yeah.
But yeah, shout out to them for liking our
thank
stuff.
you. What the heck? That
Well,
was so random.
Shout out to everybody who likes our
Yeah.
Shout out
stuff.
to everybody, but
It's pretty
especially
cool when we have actors.
specifically Cheryl Hines.
Yeah.
Hold on. We called Matt and we're like, Matt, we're so excited. Guess who liked our post, right? And then we go through the whole thing. And then Matt's like, you should tell Seth. So then I'm like, man, why don't you call Seth, right? So it's like, what time is it? Like 7 o'clock or something?
It
And we
was
call Seth.
7:45.
He's like, hello. And we're like, hi, Seth. Guess what? What? And then it's just like, okay, cool. It's like, okay, bye, Seth.
I didn't get that. I thought he
No,
picked up
I
a little
totally
bit
got
after.
it.
I was like, oh, that's cool. And then
I
it
was
was
like,
like,
maybe
then he
he's
hung up.
eating dinner or
I
something.
don't know.
I was
he's-
at work and I have been at work for 13 hours. I'm sorry.
Okay,
I
well
was a little
then
late
my
to
B,
arrive.
my B. But I just, yeah, we were lacking the enthusiasm. We're like, okay, Seth, it was your movie. But anyway, okay, I'm just messing with you.
I guess the real question here, now that we have Seth on screen so we can grill him, does that excite you at all that an actor or an actress from one of your favorite childhood comedy films liked The Post?
Well, not to toot my own horn, but I've had some encounters with some celebrities in the past, so this is like nothing new for me.
Oh my God.
Which
okay.
celebrities have you encountered?
Well, they're wrestlers, so y'all probably wouldn't know any of them. But I used to do photo editing on Instagram, and I've had a few of my posts shared, had some likes. Had one guy who wanted to make one of my pieces into a t-shirt until he got signed by WWE, so then that couldn't happen. So, you know.
Oh, well, that is cool. That is cool.
Nothing new. Nothing
I mean,
new.
props to you. Yeah. And I want to say too, is that Instagram post got over 40 likes, which was like, wow, that was one of our biggest posts. And I don't know if it's because of Robin Williams, because he has such a huge following. Because of course I put all the tags in there, but I was like, dang, we were just getting like after like. And then Cheryl Hines, like, bro, it's like, yeah, we're Instagram famous now. So it's like,
see, who knows, man? If you keep throwing out like Mel Gibson pics, he might like one of your things.
oh, I actually have the best Mel Gibson photo for when we do Mel Gibson movie. So I will definitely tag that. And I've got a few hashtags in my brain right here.
He's not on Instagram. Nothing you
Is it
can
one
do.
with him and a beard by chance?
He's looking a little blazed. He's like,
Oh, this is the one where you have the cross through his.
yeah.
It's the one that Cayla posts 18,000 times
I have
privately
to.
to Seth.
Funniest thing
Not
ever.
privately.
You know, I already deleted my Billy Crystal one because it wasn't that fun. But Cayla has to hold on to any straw she can get. So
Tis is true. I tried very hard.
I know.
Wow.
Anyway, we are
Seth,
going
you can have your wrestlers, but when you meet Tom Holland, then
True.
you may brag.
You paid to meet him. You didn't just meet him.
What?
You paid to meet him.
See, I held the hand of Jeff Goldblum.
That's
Okay.
true. He made a lot of weird noises. And out of everybody we met, I know we've said this like 1,000 times. KJ Apa,
I think, was better than Cole Sprouse.
he's probably
Cole
the most
Sprouse.
down to earth. Like, he's literally like making fun of Cayla for not standing next to me in a photo, which, I mean, based on a lot of things she says on the show, I know you guys out in the audience probably relate. Like, I don't know where her head is sometimes, but it's
Me
nice of
neither.
him to be like, why don't you stand
Me
by your
neither, honestly.
husband? Like,
I'm like,
why don't you stand?
I'm
Because
gonna
Matt
stand by you.
suggested it, and then KJ App was like, yeah, why don't you go stand
Yeah,
by
I know.
your
I'm like,
husband?
geez, man, I'm just trying to stand by this celebrity.
In my head, I'm thinking, okay, well, this is going to be a photo that's going to be hung up on the wall of us three with a celebrity, and she's standing next to me. So anyone who doesn't know us, that might just happen to see,
Oh, I'm sorry.
or anyone who doesn't know me, or no, I was thinking anyone who might not know them, that might see my photo. It was all selfish. Might think that, oh, Matt, you got a girlfriend? Who's this? I was like, why?
And that was like, no, dude,
I didn't
gross.
want any confusion. I didn't want any confusion.
The true thing for Matt is what he wanted was her on my side of the photo so that he could crop it down.
I did do that. I did do that. I can't even lie. I cropped them out, but I also posted the original. I posted the original and I posted the cropped version. So I did both. I wasn't just like, oh, they weren't ever there.
Not as cool as me though, man. You don't get a free photo of like you being a stalker behind a star.
You stole that photo.
I didn't steal the photo. It was my photo. It was on the table and I took it.
You didn't pay for it.
I did pay for a photo.
Yeah, you paid for a photo. Yeah.
They didn't tell me which one to take. They were both clearly of me.
Anyway, the conventions are really a cool thing to be a part of and to do. And I miss doing it.
This August, I say the entire cast, a handful of the cast of Scream is going to be in New Jersey, and I may go. I'm really debating it. If they do a group photo, it'll be Nev Campbell, Matthew Lillard, Skeet Ulrich, and what's his name? Randy.
David? Arquette?
No, not yet. That way. Who plays Randy? Oh God, forgive me. Randy, the rule number, you got to know the rules of Scream, you know.
He played in the Malibu Gangsters Most Wanted dude.
Right? Randy, yeah, I've said it 8 times.
What's his name?
I'm going to kick myself as soon as I find out.
Not Jay.
I want to go just for Matthew Lillard, man.
How'd it go for Nev Campbell?
Jamie
Kennedy. Jamie Kennedy. So Jamie Kennedy, Nev Campbell, Skeet Ulrich, Matthew Lillard.
You got to tell your boy, oh my God, Wyatt. You got to tell your boy Wyatt.
I did. He's excited. He's going to try to go. So it's in August.
Is it like a horror con?
It's a Monster Mania in New Jersey, yeah. And usually they do. I mean, they'll do a Monster Mania in Maryland, but they don't always have the same guests. So because there's so many, I don't know. Like, I may go just because all of them are there, and I don't know if they'll all come to the Maryland one.
Yeah.
So I mean, New Jersey is not that far of a ride.
No, I'm just hoping the Stranger Things cast, when it's like season 4 or season 5, like the final season comes out, they'll do like some cons.
When that show first started, they did one nearby here, like Maryland or Pennsylvania or something, and I didn't go, and now I'm
so sad that I missed out on that. Like, seriously, like punching myself, because if Joe Keery was there, I'd just get a picture of Joe Keery myself.
Same with the It kids. The kids from It, they were all like real local too when that first It movie came out, and nothing.
Yeah, I'm punching myself over that. But I'd pay good money if they do it, I would pay good money to go get a photo op of all of them. That'd be, oh my God.
She'd pay good money just to have a photo of her and
Joe Keery. Yes, I love Joe Keery so much. Without me
even anywhere near.
Yeah,
She'd probably leave
Joe
me
Keery.
home. Like, screw you, Dan.
She'll crop you out in the picture. She'll get you on stand on the other side and crop you out.
Why don't you stand by your husband? No, he needs to be out of the picture.
Where are you going, Cayla? I'm driving. Bye-bye.
Yeah,
that would be me, honestly. I'm sorry, but I love Joe Keery so much. Anyway, we're just blabbing on.
Well, somebody is.
I wasn't talking that much.
Oh, somebody's talking
anyway
about leaving me at home. Whatever, I'm just kidding.
You're right. I will hear this till the end of the night. Seriously.
No, to the end of the next 5 years of marriage.
Yeah, true. Okay, Matt, please wrap the end of this, please.
Everybody have a great week. Watch
Demon Slayer, Mugen Train,
Demon Slayer, that thing on Amazon. You have to pay for it. We don't. Everybody love one another.
Bye. Seth, say bye.
Bye.